right, what is up, everybody? I'm Matt with Halloween Daily News. Welcome to the Halloween Show, episode 58. This is Friday, November 19th, 2021. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. We got a fun show lined up for you. I see a few people are finding their way into the live chat, and as we are live tonight, I look forward to getting some feedback. And we do have some fun video premieres for you tonight. We're going to go back to Haunted Screams Expo for a look at the makeup effects contest and some exclusive interviews from that, as well as David Howard Thornton, also from Haunted Screams Expo, discussing a little bit about Terrifier 2, one of next year's most anticipated Halloween horror films. But before we get to those, there is some news this week, and I know we're approaching another holiday, but there is some Halloween news going on this week. So we're going to get right into the headlines, starting with a new Halloween horror film about to be released in just a few days, just in time for Thanksgiving, as it were. So I am talking about Autumn Road. There's Chad. I see Chad is checked in, and Loves Cats is in the live chat. Byron is here. Thanks for being here, guys. Again, we reported on this earlier this week on the main website, but I want to let you guys know all about Autumn Road. This is a new, they bill it as a horror drama. It is from writer and director Riley Cusick, who also stars in the film. He plays twins. Lorelei Linklater also stars. She plays a young woman who returns to her hometown 10 years after her sister vanished on Halloween night. And so she comes home as Halloween approaches, the 10th year anniversary. And Cusick, again, he plays twin brothers who run the town's local haunted house. So it's all set against a fun backdrop of Halloween. So what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to take a look at the official trailer. This one is coming your way this coming Tuesday. Check it out. Here's the official trailer for Autumn Road.
She never came home last night, and they don't have any idea where she is. Hope you guys know anything. This is a safe place to talk about it. You want to talk about it, Charlie?
It's Winnie's sister. I didn't know she was coming.
You think I could see the house sometime?
The place is a dump. You don't want to go there.
Was this the last place you saw her?
He does not need some girl poking and probing about the past. The girl that used to live here. The girl that used to have a sister.
What if someone hurt her?
Charlie, do you know something? Did you see her talking to somebody? You can tell me. You're not gonna get in trouble.
Everything blew up, and I don't know what to do.
There's something seriously wrong with him, Charlie.
You have no control over what your body does. No control over what you are.
This doesn't have anything to do with him, does it?
Charlie! You're mad at me, Charlie. I can see it. I can see it all over your face. I can feel it. What do you want from me? Ah!
What we need is some change. I can give that to us.
All right, again, Autumn Road is a new independent Halloween horror film. It is coming your way this Tuesday, November 23rd, from Gravitas Ventures. It is going to be released, again, this Tuesday, November 23rd, available on VOD, on pretty much all the digital outlets that you watch your VOD rentals from. So, as we are live tonight, and we just took a look at that trailer, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about that trailer? Are you going to be checking out Autumn Road when it's released this coming week? I like the trailer personally. I mean, it's definitely loaded with that Hallow-sphere that you guys know I'm always talking about, that carries so much weight for me when I'm looking at a Halloween film. And so I love the idea. You know, it's got everything we look for. It's got a mystery with a missing girl and a Halloween anniversary, and of course the backdrop of Halloween itself and a haunted house. Yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of promise. So I'll be checking it out. Actually, they Gravitas Ventures was nice enough to send us a press screener for this, so I look forward to checking it out this weekend, actually, and I'll be letting you guys know my thoughts on it sometime next week. But let me hear your thoughts, guys. Let me hear what you think about Autumn Road. And you can find that trailer and more information about the film right now and everything we're going to talk about. Of course, you can always find it at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Let's check in with the live chat. That's what we're going to do. In between each little news item, I'm going to check in with the live chat for just a minute to get some live reactions. If you're watching this on a replay, then I would also love to hear your reaction to that trailer. Are you going to be checking this movie out? Again, billed as a horror drama. That's the press release we got. So we'll see how heavily it leans to the scary stuff, but it definitely looks loaded with the Halloween atmosphere, what I like to call the Hallosphere. Halloween Vibes has checked in. Excellent. Loves Cats is here. New here. Literally have a poster board all about Michael Myers downstairs in your basement. Very cool. Let's see. Byron is here. Has checked in. Chad, of course, firing up another pumpkin. I love it. Awesome. Awesome. Some of my familiar friends from Michael Myers Monday Live, our Monday night live stream. In other news this week, Spirit Halloween, last year, it was the first time I could really remember when Spirit released a new animatronic post-October, meaning normally they released all of the year's new products before October 31st for obvious reasons. Then the physical stores close and they start making announcements around the summertime of their new releases. Well, last year they released an animatronic and some other cool items after October 31st, but before the end of the calendar year. They've done it again this year. Last week we talked about they announced two releases, actually re-releases of previous year's animatronics, but now this week we've got 4 more animatronic releases. Obviously they are available online only from Spirit, and they come to us from Morris Costumes, and I've actually reported on all 4 of these previously here on the Halloween show, so they might look a little familiar to you. But here they are. This is again kind of historic. Not just 1, but 4 more post-October new for 2021 animatronic releases from Spirit Halloween. Check it out. Spirit Halloween has just unveiled 4 more new 2021 animatronics that are now available to order online, continuing the company's recent trend of post-October surprise releases. Up first, we've got the 6-foot-tall hooded Phantom animatronic. His story, according to Spirit's official website, quote, "You've lived a fruitful life, but now it's time to surrender your soul to the hooded Phantom. You may be tempted to run, but your legs are frozen in fear. You can't scream, for the lump of terror in your throat has made it impossible for you to utter more than a whisper. The hooded Phantom has made its final decision. It will be leaving with your soul tonight, and you will be nothing but a decaying shell of who you once were." In stock and shipping now, the Hooded Phantom is priced at $280. Here it is in action.
Your time on this earth has come to an end. I have come for your soul. Whether you sing with the choir invisible or wail with the demons of the underworld, I care not. Your soul is mine.
Next up, we have Cellar Dweller. His story, according to Spirit, quote, "Think you heard a noise come from your dark, dank cellar? Don't get too curious. It could cost you your life. An undead terror is waiting in your basement, rotting away with tormented souls of his past victims. His name is Cellar Dweller, and if you're smart, you'll keep your distance. He's just begging to be released." Standing at 7 feet tall, the Cellar Dweller animatronic has light-up eyes that'll pierce your soul, as well as lifelike arms that raise and lower while his head and mouth move, and he speaks 4 different phrases. Cellar Dweller is in stock and shipping now for $350. Here he is in action.
This dank old house is oozing with the foul stench of rotten souls. It's kept me thriving as long as I hide down here with the rats. I'm happy to share with you if you have the stomach for it.
Up next is my personal favorite of this bunch. He is called Prowling Jack. His official story, according to Spirit, quote, "There's no escape from Prowling Jack, a giant skeleton who's alive with rage and looking for fresh blood. You'll never be able to run far enough that Jack and his trusty pumpkin sidekick can't find you. They're ready to haunt the night and prowl the streets on the hunt for those who are unsuspecting. They can sense when a soul is ready to be devoured and will stop at nothing to pounce on anyone who crosses their path." Standing at 7 feet tall, this raspy, menacing voiced, prowling Jack animatronic holds a glowing, talking pumpkin that is ready to unleash the terror. Jack's head and free arm turn while his eyes serve up an eerie glow as he plots with his pumpkin about how to unleash terror on the world. He speaks 3 different phrases. In stock and shipping now, you can order Prowling Jack for $450. Here he is in action.
I love this time of year, when the air is cold and the veil to the afterlife is at its thinnest.
Yes, I can hear the voices of the spirits calling out to be released.
And the souls of the living are so bright and vibrant to our eyes, like beacons in the night.
Let's tear open the veil and release our brethren unto the world.
Yes, this night shall be ours. Let the feast begin.
And finally, we've got the Lunging Reaper animatronic. According to Spirit's official website, quote, "Better watch your back this Halloween because the Lunging Reaper is always watching. He always knows when your time has come, and at the moment you least suspect and let your guard down, that's when he decides to strike. Lunging at you with his scythe, just one touch from this horrifying Reaper, and you'll soon be meeting your dark and twisted fate." Standing at 6 feet tall, the Lunging Reaper comes with a plastic scythe and features Digit-Eye technology that allows his eyes to light up and move along with his mouth as he speaks 4 different chilling phrases. In stock and shipping now, the Lunging Reaper animatronic is priced at $280. Here he is in action.
I have come to guide one of you into the afterlife. Come into my embrace and meet your fate. Don't worry, I will return for you soon enough.
Each of these 4 new 2021 Halloween animatronics are available to order online right now at spirithalloween.com. Yes, and we've got links to those, to where you can purchase each of those right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com and down below in the description of this video when we get done here if you're interested in getting up close with any of those. In other news, I hope you guys got a chance to check out my full interview with J. Gavin Wild earlier this week. We premiered a preview of it on Monday night's live stream. The full interview dropped on Wednesday morning, and it is out now here on our YouTube channel. And I did put a link to it in the description as well right before we started. And of course, you can find it and everything that I'm talking about here tonight at HalloweenDailyNews.com anytime. But I hope you got a chance to check it out. It was another interview that, of course, I'm very proud of, and it was a lot of fun to talk to Gavin. He's been involved in a lot of really cool projects, including Stranger Things, and more recently, he worked on The Righteous Gemstones, playing a young Jesse Gemstone. And of course, he plays Dennis in Halloween Kills, one of the trick-or-treaters that comes a-knocking at the Myers house in Halloween Kills. He actually got to wear the iconic silver shamrock mask, the skull mask, and we talked all about that, as well as his work on another Halloween horror film that we've been covering very heavily here on the Halloween show and at Halloween Daily News. We got to talk about his work on the independent film Bad Candy, and even more recently, another Blumhouse production that he was a part of, Scott Derrickson's The Black Phone. We talked about all of that and much more, including celebrating Halloween itself and what the holiday means to Gavin, and some fun stories about the friendships that he made with the other trick-or-treaters, all of which we've been lucky enough to interview uh, here in the last few weeks. We talked to, of course, Salem and Giselle, and now talking to Gavin. I feel like we've completed a trifecta of the Silver Shamrock trick-or-treaters from HK. And it was very interesting learning that, Gavin auditioned originally not for that role. At one point, it sounds like he was talking in talks to possibly play young Lonnie Elam, and then later on, he was reading for the role that would ultimately be Mindy, the role played by Giselle. So very interesting stuff on there. And of course, that's just one of the many projects. He is a very busy actor right now, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him in the future. All of these young actors that we've been lucky enough to interview, I think they've all got huge futures ahead of them. And so I urge you to check those interviews out if you haven't already. Also, I have to another headline story this week, and we have to give a shout out to our friends at the Halloween Preservation Society. Right now, as we are speaking, this weekend they are hosting the first ever Preserve Halloween Festival. And this is a pretty awesome event. They're obviously hoping to make it an annual thing. It is happening for the first time in Irving, Texas, right now. And I was hoping we could make it out there maybe next year, but it sounds like it's going to be a great event, and I want to make sure you guys know about it. You can find out all the info and still get tickets if you can make it out there at preservehalloweenfest.com. But again, it is happening tonight through Sunday, November 19th through 21st, 2021 in Irving, Texas. And just like any convention, they're going to have vendors and special guests, but it is all obviously with a very strong Halloween theme, which is right up our alley. As you can see, some of the celebrity guests include Joe Bob and Darcy from The Last Drive-In, Bobby and Zach, creators of the houses that October built and the houses October built 2, and Peter Robbins, the voice of Charlie Brown, and It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, Justin from Sugar Treat Studios, and lots of others there. Again, this is the first time they are doing this, and the whole mission of the Preservation Society and of the Preserve Halloween Festival, as you can imagine, is to celebrate and preserve the traditions of Halloween, and that's certainly a mission that we can get behind wholeheartedly. So, again, if you didn't know, now you know. That's happening this weekend, right now, in Texas. If you can make it out there, go. And if you are attending, then we would love to see how it went. So be sure to tag us in your photos and videos from the Preserve Halloween Festival, and hopefully we'll be there and joining you at that great event next year. I'm sure it's going to be a big event, and I think actually it's kind of the perfect time to do it, because while everybody else might be, prepping the turkey for next week or whatever, or a little, some people might be actually burnt out on Halloween, believe it or not. But no, I think right now is the perfect time, because who's thinking about Halloween right now? Well, it's us, the people that it means the most to, and that's who you want at the Preserve Halloween Festival, I feel like. So if you are attending, I'd love to see some photos and video from the event. Let us know. As far as the society itself, the Halloween Preservation Society is a fairly new entity, and we were excited to meet its founder, Greg Hallows, at Mad Monster Party in 2020, where we actually interviewed him and got the story about why he started the Halloween Preservation Society and what his goal in the society is. Now, this was before the festival had been announced, so we don't actually discuss this. But here's a little more of our interview with Greg Hallows, the founder of the Halloween Preservation Society, discussing the society from Mad Monster Party in February of 2020. Check it out.
Halloween Daily News, and I'm here. What's up, everybody? I'm Sue Arts with Halloween Daily News, and I'm here with Greg, and he has the Halloween Preservation Society. And yeah, we think your stuff is awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got into the Preservation Society?
Yeah, my last name's actually Hallows, so I kind of feel obligated to love Halloween. But yeah, Halloween's always been one of those things I've always enjoyed, the holiday, everything about it. So as I got older, I've always been a huge history nerd. So I started researching the history and the practices and where Halloween actually came from and how it became what it has become here in the United States. And I basically just want to share that knowledge with everybody that I can. So, you know, I commission artists to do vintage-inspired artwork. I try to track down anything I can find to own myself so that it still exists, because a lot of the Halloween stuff that was made back in, you know, the earlier days, if they didn't use it, they threw it away.
Right, yeah.
A lot of that paper stuff doesn't exist anymore because they never expected it to be anything anybody wanted. It was just catalogs or you know, whatever. Yeah. So I'm trying to track all that stuff down, and I'm trying to keep the traditions and history at least around so that people know it exists, and I just love doing it.
That's awesome. So when you were a kid growing up, I guess you used to dress up. Did you have a favorite costume?
I used to make on my own, or my parents did. My favorite costume, probably, I dressed up like the Hulk, and I just shoved a pillow under my shirt so I looked big, and painted my face green, and did it. I have pictures of it still. It's ridiculous, but I thought I looked like the Hulk. So
yeah, for sure.
I was always big into superheroes.
Nice, nice. So, can I ask you, what does your house look like? Do you have like all of these collectibles, like hanging on the walls?
That's a ongoing argument at home. But my wife is great. She's dedicated one room to let me do whatever I want Halloween-wise. So as soon as you walk in our house, our first room is completely Halloween. And at my office is where a lot of it is, because I have some stuff that I don't even like to mess with because it's so old.
Right.
So I keep that, you know, away from even me. But yeah, we're always a Halloween family. I mean, we can't escape it. Our house is, you know, there's odds and ends everywhere. We have our Christmas tree up, but it's orange and black, so I'll leave it up all year. I don't care.
Yeah.
But a lot of things in our house tie into Halloween anyway because we just like it. So, you know, our house is decorated black and white and then splashes of orange everywhere. So it kind of looks like the whole thing is Halloween.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of like our house. Yeah. So what is the oldest piece that you own?
I just purchased a set of original die cuts that the guy that sold them to me had the package and everything. I think they're from the mid-30s.
Was Bastille
I don't think it was Beazle. I don't even know how you say it, but I think Beazle. But no, I thought it would be, but it's another company. I can't remember the name of it. It's along the lines of Denison or, you know, that era.
Right.
Because there's so much stuff.
There is.
I was just excited that it still has the envelope that they were sold in.
Right,
which I thought, you know, that's the stuff that you never expect to find. But I'm excited that now that it's so popular again, they're starting to do recreations and reproductions. So I want to own stuff I can actually touch and, you know, mess with.
Right.
But some of the stuff I'm buying, it's like it goes up and I don't want to mess with it because if I tear it or if you know, it's so delicate. But, you know, there's reproduction masks now. There's the blow molds.
Oh, blow molds.
Even Michael sells the repro blow molds. It's nuts.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But, you know, I don't think the best thing about doing this is I'm never ever going to find out everything. So it's
That's
one of those
awesome.
lifelong
Yeah,
things.
for sure,
Like I'm constantly gonna
learning and
keep learning, and I just love, like, I tell my wife all the time, I would go to college for the rest of my life if they would let me.
Major in Halloween, right?
Yeah. Well,
with a minor in masks.
I'm actually thinking of going back to school to get my doctorate so that I can do some research and maybe write a book about all this. And having doctor on front of my name doesn't hurt, especially when it's Dr. Hallows. So,
that sounds like a superhero to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to meet other people that are so into it as me. And like I tell everybody, look, I'm no expert on this. Like, I just saw a need for something that didn't exist, and I decided to create it and see where it goes. And so far, it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today. And again, this is Greg with the Halloween Preservation Society. Where can they find you online? Because they can find you online.
Yeah, you can just search Halloween Preservation Society. The hashtag we use for everything is Preserve Halloween, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to preserve everything about Halloween.
That's awesome. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm Sue Arts with Halloween Daily News.
All right, guys. So like I said, you can find out more at Preserve Halloween Fest. And we've got it all at HalloweenDailyNews.com as well. But the direct page is PreserveHalloweenFest.com. And you can find out more about the Halloween Preservation Society and the Preserve Halloween Festival happening right now as we speak. I can't wait to see footage and video and photos surfacing from that. I follow them on Instagram, of course, and it's going to be up there. That was from Mad Monster Party, and that leads us to another news item this week. Very exciting news item. Those of you that are regular viewers know that we're going to be at Mad Monster Party once again in February of 2022. It returns to Concord, North Carolina. This is like our favorite annual convention. And just this week, look who was announced. Damien Leone, writer, director, makeup effects artist, creator of Terrifier and the highly anticipated sequel Terrifier 2, and Art the Clown himself, our buddy David Howard Thornton, the latest guest announced for Mad Monster Party 2022. They joined the previously announced guests, including James Jude Courtney, also Corey Taylor of Bad Candy and Slipknot, of course, and A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2's co-stars, Mark Patton and Robert Russler. There's going to be many other guests announced in the coming weeks as well. Mad Monster Party is happening February 18th, 19th, and 20th, 2022 in Concord, North Carolina. And yeah, you can get your tickets right now at madmonster.com. And of course, you can learn more at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And there you see there will be an Art the Clown in costume photo op happening on Saturday, February 19th. Now, the last time these two were at Mad Monster, it was 2019, and we were there. We were actually there for the entire transformation as Damien transformed David into Art that morning for that weekend's photo op. They're going to be doing it again. Not just any photo op, but the man himself, Damien's going to be there to apply the iconic Art the Clown makeup to David for that photo op. That's on Saturday, February 19th. The convention is happening 3 days, February 18th, 19th, and 20th, 2022. Again, you can find out more at madmonsterparty.com. We will be there. Once again, we will have a table there, and we will be bringing you exclusive coverage of all 3 days. We can't wait. We love Mad Monster Party. Speaking of David Howard Thornton, I hope you guys, maybe you have checked it out earlier, but earlier this week on Terrifier Tuesday, we celebrated by premiering some footage from the Haunted Screams Expo. We're going to premiere some more footage from that expo here in just a minute, but first I want to play just a little clip of the Q&A with David Howard Thornton. And this is of particular interest because this is David speaking about the sequel, one of 2022's most anticipated films in general, much less Halloween horror films. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Terrifier 2. Here's just a little bit of the man himself, Art the Clown himself, David Howard Thornton, discussing Terrifier 2.
You can expect a lot of blood. Definitely a lot of blood. It's like I like to say that this is our Empire Strikes Back. It's we took everything up to 11 for this film because we had a better budget this time, and it's a bigger movie. It's a lot more ambitious. Art's traveling around now. He's not contained to one building. So, oh boy, hide your children, hide your wives. It's definitely a longer film. As far as I know right now, Damien's almost done editing it, and it's clocking it over almost 2.5 hours, which is huge for a slasher film. And there's really nothing we can cut because there's just so much, and everything impacts something else. So it's a crazy movie. I will say that we are doing our best to surpass the hacksaw scene, and it's a weird way that COVID kind of helped us out, and because we were originally going to film this one, I call it the yellow room scene. You'll know it when you see it. Where we started filming right before the pandemic locked us down there in New York, and what we were doing was great. But Damien was like, okay, well, now we have this extra time. Why don't we just flesh this out more and just, swing for the fences here? I'm like, yeah, why not? Now that we got the time to make the prosthetics. So what should have been like a 2-day shoot ended up turning into a 5-day shoot because there's so many practical elements in this one scene that I'm just doing to this poor victim. It's brutal. It is so brutal. I might make some people very upset with me because I do some horrible, horrible things to this person, and I have to say this actor was amazing in this scene for 5 days having to do the stuff they did. And it's something else. Like, Damien was editing this scene, and he sent me a text message. He's like, dude, I have to stop for a while. I'm getting nauseous. So the guy that created the scene is getting nauseous by his own work is telling you something. So it's going to be brutal. It's going to be basically like 4 minutes of just pure mayhem. Art just going to town on somebody. So we're not like a lot of slashers out there where we just do the first stab and cut away. We show it all. And because we made the type of horror films that we want to see. That we know horror fans love the kill scenes and the gore, and it's all practical effects, very little CG. We only use the CG just to add that extra little bit of mwah to it. But yeah, you're gonna be very, very happy with a lot of the kills in this. We started off with a bang, and we ended with a bang. I would say the last third of the movie is a constant roller coaster ride that just does not stop, and y'all are gonna have fun. I hate it that I can't talk more about it because I got so much to talk about. There's characters y'all don't even know about yet. The one in particular is gonna really freak you out. Well, I can't say I get to use a flamethrower. So that was like my favorite day on set. Who gets to use a flamethrower in real life? I'm like, and this is amazing. So,
Oh yeah, how excited are you guys for Terrifier 2? I know Byron's excited. I see his comment in the live chat room. If you are watching, if you are in the live chat, let me hear you about Terrifier 2. What do you think of those comments from David Howard Thornton? That's just a little piece of the Q&A video. Again, the full video was posted a few days ago. You can find it elsewhere here on the channel, or all of our Haunted Screams coverage, including over 400 exclusive images in our photo gallery, currently at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And that's not even including the costume contest, where we've got even more exclusive photos and video footage coming soon. All that can find now, and you will be able to find in the coming days at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Let me turn some attention to the live chat real quick and see how you guys feel about those comments from David Howard Thornton. I couldn't be more excited for Terrifier 2. Obviously, Halloween Ends is like, the big daddy for 2022 next year as Halloween films go, as far as I'm concerned. But Terrifier 2, yeah, I am so hyped for this. Speaking of interviews, I hope you got a chance. And if you go to our Mad Monster story, there is a link down below to my exclusive interview from earlier this year with Damien Leone. It's been almost a year since we talked, so we're going to have to do a follow-up next year. And I expect some release information pretty much anytime now. Don't be surprised if we find out a release date, maybe even in the next few weeks. But it's going to be happening, and that's going to be one of next year's most talked about films. I have no doubt. And the fact that they are knowingly trying to top the hacksaw scene, whatever David means by the yellow room scene, but I love the idea that they took the delay that 2020 caused and used it to their advantage by actually delivering an even more visceral and, it sounds like, disturbing scene. So I can't wait to see what they've got in store. What do you guys think? Katz says Halloween Kills was the best. Byron is excited. I know Byron's excited for Terrifier 2. Let's see here. Larry has joined us. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Friday. Yep. Awesome. Very cool. Well, you guys let me know what you think about Terrifier 2. The trailer, of course, is out. We're going to get a new trailer once they announce release information. And if you haven't checked out my interview with Damien, do that as well. That's another great interview. I hope you checked out my interview, like I said, our most recent exclusive interview with Halloween Kills and Bad Candy and the Black Phone cast member, the very busy and very cool J. Gavin Wild. All right. Now we're going to premiere a new bit of footage, also from Haunted Screams Expo. We are just starting our rollout of all of our exclusive coverage from from both days. That was a 2-day festival. But we were there from top to bottom. You've seen the Myers Mobile, the Michael Myers car. You've seen now, hopefully, earlier today, we posted the walkthrough video, which is a good roundup of the cosplay and vendor highlights that we saw. It gives you an idea of just the assortment of vendors that were there and some of the crazy good cosplay that was there. There's going to be more of that type stuff in our exclusive costume contest video, including a interview with the adult costume contest first place winner. Now, tomorrow, what we've got dropping from Haunted Screams Expo is the makeup effects contest. And you will see what happens, the progress, how they started and where it ends. This was what they called the Face On contest. And basically they were given a 2-hour window to make their creations right there live in front of everybody during the convention. And then they had a panel of celebrity judges to pick the winner. So right here, this is just a little bit of that, some of that judging, and then some exclusive interviews with 2 of the contestants from the special effects makeup contest at Haunted Screams Expo 2021.
The face, the ball cap I made this morning, beard, she brought the horns, and I made the hands as well. And that 2 hours, I would have done more, but that's all I had in 2 hours.
You applied that in 2 hours?
Yes, sir. I really wanted to make everything look a little bit more wet. The shine stuff I was using just really wasn't popping. But it's kind of bouncing a little bit.
Where did she come from? Where did she live? Oh no, I love the creature. The creature.
Yeah, that's Delaware. Yeah, Delaware, pretty much Delaware.
That's Delaware. That's Dover. That's slower Delaware.
Wow.
Smyrna.
It's so clean, man.
Thank you.
It really is. How long have you been doing this?
About 6 years.
Wow.
I'm in the Army full time, and I do this on the side.
You didn't do a head class.
No, this is a piece I made.
She's made for him, but
It fits really well.
I've bought a lot of his stuff before, so he knows that most of it is from food.
I see your mouth. How long did you apply it?
2 hours.
The wrinkling on the hands, how did you get that?
Oh, and the sculpture, just lay the plastic over it, and you just start dragging through and stuff like that.
Came out really nice.
So nice.
She can still use her iPhone, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Got to blow out.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, well done.
This year's champion of the Haunted Screams Expo Makeup Contest 2021. This is the champion. First place goes to... Oh, look at that. Thanks, awesome. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, we are here with Felicity at Haunted Screams Expo, and she was just one of the contestants in the makeup effects contest. Can you tell us a little bit about your creation today?
Yes, so I did the twist of the Joker from back then when he was in jail and in the asylum and all that, and he literally carved his face off with the blade and everything and just took it all off. So my twist was I put it on with a lot more gore to it, and then him, right now he's doing his own thing, but his face is all like muscle and bone showing. I tried to pretty much make it really gory and twisty because that's the Joker. He loves thrill and the jokes, and I decided to dress as his lovely lady, but I did my own effect with her as twist as well by doing the super gore and making it creepy. And really what inspired it was I'm already obsessed with the Joker and Harley Quinn, and when I thought about the contest and I thought about that, I was like, boom. So that's what I did.
Well, it looks great. How long have you been doing makeup effects?
Since high school, well, 8th grade from high school. So the last year of middle school from up. I was in drama classes a lot, and then I got into makeup, and then I just started constantly just getting into it more and more, and then I upgraded my kit, and I just kept doing it. So I've been doing it for years now.
Awesome, very cool. And where do you hope to go with it? Are you going to be doing makeup for horror movies one day?
I want to. If not that, then be an actor for one. Because I have that bubbly personality once you get to meet me, of course, and I would love to honestly make it there.
Very cool, very cool. Well, great work today, and congratulations on the contest.
Thank you.
We are here with Michael at Haunted Screams Expo, and he just competed in the makeup effects contest. And you can see here his creation. This is a pretty unique look, Michael. What can you tell us about it?
I made it into a bowling accident. So this is Sandy Lane, and she had the ball disappeared and smashed into her head. We use silicone and latex. We use paper mache. We've been building the headpiece for the last 2 or 3 days, getting ready for paint. We had 3 hours and we got second place. Awesome.
Very cool. Well, it looks great. how'd you get into doing makeup effects?
Just over the years doing myself. I do full headdresses on Halloween for myself, and I always wanted to do it on somebody else, so she said, let's do it. So that's how we got here today.
Very cool. Now, so was this your first time doing makeup on somebody, or your first time just doing this design?
On somebody.
Just period. Oh,
Period.
wow. First time ever. Wow. Well, that's pretty impressive then. Very cool. So what do you think? Are you going to do more like makeup contests like this, you think?
If they'll let me dress them up. If not, I'll just do myself like I normally do.
Very cool. And can you just tell us where you get some of your inspiration? Where'd this idea come from?
It's something that I wanted to do for a long time, but I can't do that on my head because it's hard to do that in reverse in the mirror. So that's how I've always wanted to just have a bowling ball in somebody's head.
Awesome. Well, I love it. It's totally unique and totally creepy and gory. It looks great, Michael.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for talking to us today, and congratulations again on the contest.
Thank you.
All right, like I said, you can see lots more from Haunted Screams Expo in our exclusive photo gallery right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com, as well as in our full convention floor walkthrough video, which is right here on the HDN channel. And you can find links to all of that down in the description below of this video once we're done. And of course, you can find out more about everything that I've talked about tonight anytime at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Look for more from the special effects makeup contest at Haunted Screams Expo when the full video drops tomorrow. And we got lots more from the expo still to come, including the costume contest and interview with the winner of that, as well as more panel coverage. You can see more of David's right now. That's already been uploaded, but we've got panels, including the Halloween 07 panel with Scout, you saw there, Scout Compton in the previous video, as well as Tyler Main and Lou Temple. Ken Sego's talking about Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Felissa Rose, and more. Another one I just remembered with Robert Mukes from House of a Thousand Corpses, as well as Jason Warner Smith, who you also saw as one of the judges in that video. He was, you remember him from The Walking Dead. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, you've seen him on that show. All right, guys, that's our show for this week. Again, you can learn more about everything I've talked about tonight at HalloweenDailyNews.com, and there are links to most of our top stories down below in the description of this video. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you're going to be watching Autumn Road this coming week. Let me know if you're going to be making any post-October purchases between now and the end of the calendar year from Spirit Halloween, any of those animatronics. Let me know if you're attending the Preserve Halloween Festival. I would love to see your video and photos from the event. I can't wait to see some of that surfacing. I'm going to go look on Instagram now and just see what it looks like, because it sounds like it's going to be an amazing event, and hopefully we can get there next week. Or next week. Not going to get there quite next week, but next year. But early next year, like I said, the next event we are going to be at is Mad Monster Party, February 2022. David Howard Thornton is going to be there. Lots of other awesome people are going to be there. We're going to be there, and hope to see some of you there. Till then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching.